For the last time, I'm gonna need y'all to stay off my page with this I identify as an Indian, as a black person movement. Go ahead and take that woke Stockholm, reverse Rachel Dolezal with a feather in your head garbage off my page. I can be proud to be a foundational black American and proud of my African roots. At the same time, they are not mutually exclusive. Thank you very much. If you acknowledge your African roots being the dominant portion of your DNA, this message is not for you. This message is for everybody who's trying to tell me that their pronouns are polka and hontus, that their pronouns are chalk and tar. I don't identify as no African. I never felt like an African inside. I identify more as these Indians I saw on TV but never went to the reservation. I'm gonna start calling y'all Trendians. Y'all some trans Indians. But you know, at least transgendered people don't also try to convince me that I'm transgendered. But y'all be on my page talking about, look at your face, man. Look at your cheekbones. You clearly Indian. You don't look like no African. No, bro. Africans look like everybody. They're the most genetically diverse people in the world. You don't look like certain Africans because your ancestors were raped by Caucasian slave traders. Thank you very much. This is the thing I dislike about this whole movement, this Trendian movement. It's like flat earth because you debating settled science. You relitigating things that are provable by yourself. And just to prove my point on this, you know what continent really has a bunch of indigenous black people? Australia. And when you go to Australia, they had basically a parallel colonization scheme than us. Britain dumped their very, very worst on there, and they got to killing the indigenous people, putting on reservations. And you know what happens when you go to an Australian reservation? The elders look like the Aborigines in the population, except darker. Can somebody tell me where the reservation is where all the elders look like us? Come on now, we 15% of the population. We definitely outnumber the red Indians in this country now by like 4 or 5 times. So if we was all from here, shouldn't there be at least one reservation of the 500 tribes where they look like us? You go into the tribe like, that's definitely my folks. You don't find that. I'm not talking to you if you one of them black folks whose mama was like Indian and for real you was on the red man reservation for real. This ain't to you. I know your story. I'm talking about to the rest of you Trendians who believe that the Middle Passage was fake. That's crazy. You betrayer of your true ancestors. You Judas Iscariot of the diaspora. Come on now. You get to blaming Tariq Nasheed. They be like, look at American Maroons, man. Look at, I seen it, man. I dig into your source material. I watched American Maroons, and repeatedly in the documentary, everybody who was interviewed said that the black folks who was already here were from where? Just because you beat Columbus here doesn't mean that you evolved here. They repeatedly said in American Maroons that the black folks who were here before Columbus came from Africa a little bit before. That's it. You D students need to get off my page trying to litigate settled science. Everybody wanted me to read the book Erased. I read Erased. The print is like double the size with twice the spacing. It is a 400-page book with a 2-page bibliography or something like that. That didn't strike you as suspicious? Don't you find that suspicious that a 400-page book has a 2-page bibliography? The source material of that book was from a bunch of actual indigenous people who don't agree with the black people are from America like theme at all. The reason why I have to address this is because so many people are starting to believe this. No, you have been conditioned by centuries of white supremacy that make you associate Africa with primitive, monkeyish bullshit that is brainwashing that you need to unpack. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you're Native American, well, you need to be proud of yourself because black folks are trendsetters. So to get all these black folks following you, that's saying something. You done pulled the ace card out the hole. Because last time I checked, we set trends. We don't follow it and we don't try to be people who we ain't. Trendians, I'm sorry that this makes you upset. But y'all transphobic folk need to take the advice that you give transgendered people. And what does your DNA say? Y'all be the first ones. What does your DNA say? You West Side, Wampanoag, city dwelling, never been to the woods kind of person. You blue, black, Yaphet Kotto looking Wesley Snipes, wonderfully melanated human being. Unpack your brainwashing and be who you are. Please and thank you. Goodbye.